I'm Ripp Jr. and welcome to the series on communicating with professionalism and with diplomacy. You know, when it comes to effective communication, the most significant factor is not the intention of the person that is sending the message, but rather it is the understanding of the person that is receiving the message that determines whether or not the communication has been effective. Here, let me tell you a fun story that will illustrate what I mean. There was a couple that was celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, and during the evening's event, the husband stood and offered a toast to his bride. He said, "My dear, after 50 years of wedded bliss, I find you to be tried and true." She had difficulty hearing him, so she said, "Excuse me, what did you say?" He said, "After 50 years of marriage, I find you tried and true." She said, "Well, after 50 years of marriage, I'm tired of you too." As you can see, sometimes the message sent isn't always the message that's received. In this morning session, we are going to deal with how to provide corrective feedback with tact and diplomacy. I will teach you 3 strategies to provide meaningful and well-received corrective feedback. You will learn the 4-to-1 rule, the difference between coaching and criticizing, and when and how to provide direct correction. Let's start with the 4-to-1 rule. The 4-in-1 rule is the ratio of 4 W's to 1 H. The first W stands for what? When providing corrective feedback, remember to ask what happened and not just respond to what you think happened. Ask instead. This brings us to when. When should we provide corrective feedback? We always want to provide corrective feedback in a timely manner as close to the time of the event as possible. The next W is where. Where's the most appropriate place to have this conversation? Whenever possible, choose a neutral location unless you need to assert your authority, in which case the most appropriate place will be in your office. This brings us to who. Every effective leader understands the basic leadership principle of knowing your people. Remember, we're not just addressing problems, we are also working with people. Think about the person that's being addressed and choose a method and a mode that he or she can accept. Now let's look at the H. We've all heard the expression, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. When you are providing corrective feedback, sandwich your statements between statements of praise. Offer a statement of praise, followed by one area of improvement, followed by a statement of praise. By sandwiching your corrective feedback between praise, you'll soften the blow. You know, if the only tool you have in your toolbox is a hammer, then everything begins to look like a nail. You now have 3 new tools for your toolbox. You have the 4-to-1 rule. You have the difference between coaching and criticizing. And you now know how and when to provide direct correction. After the break, I will be facilitating an interactive learning experience that will allow you to participate in workplace scenarios that will develop your ability to choose the right tool for the job of providing corrective feedback with diplomacy and with tact.